Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Teresa Pastipania, and now I would like to introduce a book that will completely change the way you see language, especially grammar. It's titled Grammatical Gender in Interaction, Cultural and Cognitive Aspects by Angeliki Alfanodi. This book is not your typical grammar guide. It digs deep into how language, specifically grammatical gender, shapes our thoughts, our conversations, and even the way we see gender in society. Have you ever noticed how some languages assign gender to objects, roles, or even abstract ideas? This book shows us that grammar is not just a rule, it's a reflection of culture and a tool of power. Let's take a look. This book was published in 2014 by Brill Academic. The main focus is on grammatical gender, which in many languages like Greek classifies nouns into categories like masculine, feminine, or nature. But this classification is not natural. The author explains that language, culture, and thoughts are all interconnected. What we say and how we say it reflects how we think and what we believe. This book is divided into several chapters. It starts with theory, how grammatical gender works in Greek and how it's shaped by history, culture, and cognition. Then it goes deeper, showing how these gender structures influence our perceptions of identity and how they appear in everyday interactions. One of the most powerful parts of this book is the empirical data. Alfanodi includes 39 transcript recordings of Greek conversation, and from these real-life examples, she shows how subtle grammatical choices can reinforce gender stereotypes and power relations even when we don't notice them. In short, this book reveals that grammatical gender is not just a linguistic feature, it's a social force that shapes how we interact, how we think, and how we understand gender. And now, let's evaluate this book. What makes it powerful and what might be a challenge. First, strengths. It's interdisciplinary. The author brings together ideas from linguistics, feminist theory, and cognitive science, creating a rich, layered analysis. And the second, the use of real conversation data. This is not just theory. We are seeing grammar in action in the way real people speak and interact. And the third, it offers a fresh perspective. We often think of grammar as fixed and boring, but this book shows that grammar can be political, personal, and powerful. But let's also be honest. First, weakness. The language is very academic. Some chapters are dense and filled with technical terms. For beginners, it might be overwhelming. And the second, since the book focuses heavily on modern Greek, some readers might struggle to relate it if they don't know the language. Still, the ideas are relevant to many gendered language, even English to a certain extent. Overall, the strengths far outweigh the weaknesses, especially if you are ready for a deeper, more critical understanding of language. So, why should we, especially as English education students, read this book? Because it challenges us to see language as power. As future teachers, we need to realize that the way we teach language can either reinforce or challenge social norms. When we teach students grammar, things like nouns, pronouns, or job titles, we are also often unconsciously teaching them how to think about gender. And if we are not careful, we could be passing on biases hidden inside grammar rules. This book helps us become more aware, more inclusive, and more thoughtful in how we use and teach language. It is a perfect read for anyone interested in sociolinguistics, gender studies, education, or simply those who want to understand how language quietly shapes society. Honestly, it's not just a book, it's a call to rethink everything we thought we knew about grammar. In conclusion, grammatical gender in interaction is eye-opening, critical, and deeply relevant for our generation of language educators. If you are looking for a book that's academic and meaningful, something that challenges how you see both grammar and gender, I really recommend this one. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this video encourages you to read it, reflect on it, and maybe even apply it in your own classroom one day. Amin. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.